Welcome to Team APS. This is Larry, and welcome to episode 18 of Larry in the Hole. If you're new here, I'll explain to you how it works. See, every so often we go into Wal-Mart, Target, GameStop, Books A Million, your local car shop, any place that sells sealed Yu-Gi-Oh product, we go to it, spend $40 on sealed product, and see what we can find. See if we can plus, as the kids say. But before we get into that, we got a little bit of housekeeping to do, a small little PSA. Why we hadn't really uploaded one in a while is because, as a lot of you probably already know if you've been keeping up with things that have been going on like Twitter and stuff, about how certain places it's difficult for them to get in product. Either it's difficult for them, like they're just not stocking it, they can't get it, or something that kind of like how the scalpers like watch for the supply trucks and follow them to the stores, and as soon as they get stopped, they just buy all of it. I'm not sure if we kind of like dealing with any of that, but it's been really hard for us in our area to kind of like find and buy Yu-Gi-Oh product. Normally, we kind of schedule this based upon when new stuff kind of comes out. Like if there's a new product, we'll kind of schedule it around like that opening weekend when it comes out. But for the last few weekends, we've kind of been looking, we hadn't found none. So that's kind of been a problem, as well as like if you're out there scalping, you shouldn't be, because you're just keeping other people who really want the stuff from getting it. Like it's even gotten so bad to like in some stores we've gone to, we've seen signs or postages where like management have like specifically said you cannot buy like trading cards in general unless it's like on a certain day between certain times. You have a limit between 1 and 2 packs, which if you're buying Yu-Gi-Oh, you usually gonna buy more than 1 or 2 packs. So that just kind of like makes it difficult for everybody to get what they want. And that's a little bit of a problem. Not good. Don't do that. Not just for me, because I do this for fun, but for other people who are like actually willing to invest more into this game as far as like going and playing and doing other stuff. You're kind of holding them back, and then you can sell them at whatever outrageous jacked up price you can. It's just hurting us all. So, but without further ado, I've been Larry. Here we are going into Walmart because it's the only place anywhere that has cards here. But let's go see what we can get. So here we are at the Yu-Gi-Oh section. All of 2 boxes.
I'm really surprised they have Ghost from the Past.
I was gonna say, which is really good, because that's what we came here for, was Ghost in the Past. We had planned on doing Larry and the Whole Ghost in the Past edition for about a month ago, and we couldn't, just for the simple fact that nobody had Ghost in the Past. Very polarizing set this. A lot of stuff in it, but as far as like value, the highs are very, very high, and the lows are very, very, very low. Look at like all the Ghost rares, alternative, Dark Magician, Crystal Wing, Firewall, and BLS. All of those are like upwards like 200 plus. But then I think the next 2 highest priced cards are the Dragoonity Remus and Evenly Matched would sit safely at about 14, 15, and then nothing. Well, I'll say nothing, but a lot of the 2s, the 3s, the value cards that aren't really value cards, like fluff and filler cards. So this could either be really, really good, as always, what comes with Larry in the Hole, or very, very bad, and I end up wasting my money. But I like the appearance of it, like they're like the Ghost Rare Blue Eyes. That's a sexy looking Blue Eyes. And of course the BLS. All the cards they picked to be Ghost Rare are very. I like that they picked them. They're very good looking cards. Very cards that people either want, or that you kind of want them either for collection purposes, like Dark Magician. Everyone likes the Dark Magician, or like I guess what do you call them? Flexing cards. So it's like I summon BLS Ghost Rare. I probably wouldn't even play any of them, even though I play Blue Eyes. I wouldn't play a Ghost Rare alternative Blue Eyes if I had it. It'd go in a vault somewhere, or in my lock safe that I have at home that I keep all my important documents. Heck, I think it's too expensive. That's like walking around with a computer and just be like, yep, computer, right there. Old retro packs with some extra stuff at the back.
These actually weren't here each time I checked. So.
Were they? Oh, well, somebody
so I guess
somebody found them in the back. under something. They have this power cube. I like power cubes, but they got speed dual stuff in them. So I'm just gonna put that back. Paul talks about me because I like buying these power cubes because every now and again you can find a little hidden little treasure in them, but not when they got speed dual stuff. And nothing I can do with that. Even though they do kind of debate you. They baited Calvin that time we had a duel.
Yeah, they
with all these. I'm like, yeah, 6 rare. What did it say? 5 rares? Yeah, 5 rare cards. Yeah, rare cards. And they literally gave him 5 cards that were classified as rare.
Yeah, they didn't lie at least.
With our $40 budget, these cost 15, so 15, 30, 35. No, not 35, 45, I'm sorry. But I think last episode we kind of undercut just a little bit, so we can spend $5 extra today. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Oh, I gotta do my thing.
Oh yeah, how many are there? 8 of them?
8. I wish I could buy them all, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give some other poor sats out a chance to buy some. This one. You. Oop,
Oh, okay.
he's talking to him.
Oh, it does.
2. 3. 3 ghosts from the past. I'm gonna say a blast from the past, but
It's kind of a blast from the past.
right, 3
ready?
blasts from the past, and let's see what the damage is. They know they like it. You know you like it. And she gonna learn to love it. That's what Konami says whenever they short print shit.
Yeah.
We know you like it. We know you like it. We know you like it. You just gonna learn to love it. Can't help but feel a strong connection to this Pokemon. What is this? Single Strike Urshifu? Urshifu,
yeah. People like him. There's also all kinds of art on of him online.
Huh? Like what kind of art?
You know.
Like Big Poppy art?
Sure, yeah.
I feel like I like that Pokemon. He's gonna make me. What is this? Rapid Strike Urshifu.
Yeah, there's 2 forms of him.
Ah, is that the new thing now with Pokemon? They have like one Pokemon with 2 forms.
Yeah, a lot of them have 2
Like the
forms.
sword and the shield thing. I like this. If I was into Pokemon, I would build a deck off this. I like
Which one do
it.
you like better?
He fits me more. So here we are, all comfortable in the car. Got our 3 packs here, or 3 boxes. But first, another side order of business. My call to action with sending me all your pack opening videos. And today's episode video comes from @tonsofbacon, a name I approve of, who pulled a Ghost Rare Dark Magician. Tagged us in it on Twitter. Also sent a YouTube video of him actually pulling the card. And I had the chance to watch it right before we started filming. And the main reason I picked it was, of course, he pulled a Dark Magician. Very good. But I'm guessing his wife or girlfriend's reaction to it after he does it. And why I think it's so funny is because, he's pulling the card and freaking out. You'll see it in the video. And he's feeling it with his fingers. She goes, "Take your finger off the card." He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, she know what's up. She say, put that thing down, put it in the sleeve. Like, you get that thing PSC graded ASAP. She know what's up.
Update jammer. Oh, that's cool. And
Oh my God!
Stop putting your finger on it.
I got it! Oh my God! Good vid. And as always, if you want to be featured in next week, months, whenever we find some cards, our next episode of Larry in the Hole, make sure to have a video of you opening the pack and pulling said rare card out of the pack, and tag us on either Instagram or Twitter @Larry in the Hole. But now is on to what all of you truly came here for, me pulling these ghosts in the past. So going into today's episode, I am currently sitting at 14 in the hole. If you had to choose a ghost rare to pick out all of these, which one would you want?
Me?
Yes, you.
I kind of dig BLS.
It is the one that I think would probably get the most use as far as like getting played.
Look at these.
I do like them, like the like just the like all those cards look nice, and these packs, nice and crisp and clean. Let's start with Dark Magician. All right, Mask Change 2, Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. I used to Cosmo Tin Can, but I used to try to collect all the different universes dragons from Arc V. It didn't last long. Cosmo Tin Can, Time Thief Hack, Heretic Sky Dragon Overlord of Helopolis. That is a long thing. Jesus. This is a generic rank 8. Huh, that's not horrible. I can think of a lot of cards that kind of do it better, but it's not a bad card if you're playing like a budget, I say Blue Eyes or anything like level 8 dragons. Give it a try. Second pack from this box. Metalfoes Mithrilium, Metalfoes Combination. Like, why are Metalfoes in this set?
I think it's because since like they just got support, if you didn't have the old stuff, there's a way to get the old stuff.
But it was so cheap, you could like get it anyway. I think there's just kind of like unnecessary fluff or filler. Ojama Country, Madoche Fresh Sistart. This is your favorite Sistart.
Yeah, I've been enjoying actually all of the high rarity ones.
And Heretic Seal of Heavenlies. I don't mind this card. This card needed a reprint.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Especially with people like Dragon Link being everywhere and people like needing this card.
I remember like it got up to a kind of.
It was expensive.
A hefty price.
Mm-hmm. Last pack. This box. Heretic Sun. Golly. All these names. Heretic Seal Banishment. Arc Brave. I used to like Arc Brave. I used to be able to dark
Blue Eyes.
Yeah, that dark matter combo where you sent this and Amorphage Goliath, and then standby phase you brought it out. Metalfoes. It's not needed. Galaxy Eye Cypher X Dragon. I remember playing Cypher Blade. That was another card I played heavily in Blue Eyes to let you take your opponent's card, and if they played like an XZ card, like used to be my favorite thing to like BA players when they had Dante or Beatrice. You take it and then you could overlay on top of it because it was now considered a Galaxy Eyes card. 6+ years. Would you trust a 6-year-old any of these cards?
I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think that a 6-year-old can understand how to play this game.
Yeah.
Like honestly, but yeah. I mean,
if you have it, that's like you need like you don't. If you're a 6-year-old, you understand this game. You don't need to be playing. You need to be like playing chess or something, and be like a world chess champion.
Yeah.
Wasting your time on this. But all right, that should give Yu-Gi-Oh! Make you play Yu-Gi-Oh! As an IQ test.
I mean, I think it worked. Unfortunately.
Do you understand what's going on here? No. Get out, dummy. Write that on a resume. Like, oh, any special skills? Yu-Gi-Oh! Player.
Yeah, pro player.
That's not a skill. Can you play? Backup secretary. Gold driver. Flyback. Laval. Galaxy Eye Cypher X Dragon.
X.
Your X.
Yeah, that's your X, and she's a dragon now.
That wouldn't be horrible. Have you seen an anime where the girl turns into the dragon?
That feels like the premise of like 10 anime.
And the guy defeats her by... Never mind. It's not
oh, I know what you're talking about.
Danger Thunderbird. Metalfoes Counter. Crap, I got too much going on here. Hold on, give me a second. Let me refigure my life. Okay. Metalfoes Counter. Miracle Synchro Fusion. Madoche Chateau.
Ooh, I love it.
Son of Volin. Drya. I'm just gonna stop trying. But this level 4 plant thing. Yeah, are you gonna play this in your Rikas?
I mean, I might try it out. Throw it in the extra deck.
Fairy Tale Tales. Fairy Tales Telltales. Starry Night Blast. Heretic Dragon King of Atum. Time 3 free door, another card that's been like reprinted so many times. And Super Red Supernova Dragon.
I actually hear this one's like one of the
It is.
cards with a bit of a price.
It has a price, and it's kind of a. It can be a bitch when you're playing against it too. Not bad for It requires 3 tuners and 1 non-tuner synchro monster. That's a lot of material.
That's asking for a lot.
And if it requires 3 tuners, by the time it hits the field, it's 5,500 attack. That's a big monster. I guess kind of because we've seen a resurgence of the ghost rare, like rarity. What other rarity do you hope or wish or want Konami to bring back?
Actually, there was a rumor that a rarity got leaked. It's called Millennium Secret Rare. It was like on the Yu-Gi-Oh card database, and so I think that's what they're gonna call the rarity in like the tins or something this year. Because the people were talking.
Is that there's the new standard rare, or is that like collector's rare, where if you pull one, it's like super special?
We don't know. They didn't say anything about what it is.
Sunvine Healer. 1 plant normal monster. Time Thief Flyback. Horin Zazaru. That was a nice Odin. This is the card you ran when you didn't have blue eyes back in the day.
Yeah. Gotta get a defense points for some reason.
Cosmojo. This was a really good reprint. How many times has Cosmojo been reprinted?
Not any or many.
I don't recall ever actually owning a Cosmojo, which that's why. But I like them. But one of the reasons I never built the deck is because Cosmojo was so expensive.
Yeah, a lot of their secrets were Dark Lady and stuff.
Red Supernova Dragon. Big red dragon man. Your whole field goes bye-bye. If you can make them. I feel like in a tournament setting, like your opponent would just see like all the tuners and be like, no,
yeah,
stop this right now.
You'll have been debuted long before he makes it to the field.
Yeah. Metal Foes Volflame. Heretic Dragon Seal of Supremacy. Heretic Dragon of Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Evenly Matched.
Hey, okay.
That's a good card. Of course, evenly matched is evenly. Make all control players go cry. Sunseed Genesis Loki. I feel like this is the main card they need. What does this flavor text say? This seed can only be harvested from the sacred tree once every 1,000 years and will become the guardian spirit of its land after 1,000 more. So it takes 1,000 years to hatch, and then another 1,000 years till it's like fully formed and like able to do something. Yeah. That's a long-term investment.
Yeah.
Galaxy Eye Cipher Blade. Motherfroze Mithrilium. Artifact Durandal. And Sunvine Thrasher. 1 plant normal, Sunvine leaves field. Okay. So, after a lot of looking through TCG Player and a lot of maths, we actually found something very curious and interesting with what we pulled today. Right. We got 14 for evenly, 6 for Red Supernova Dragon, 3 for Heretic Seal, and a whole bunch of 2s, like $2, $2, $2, $2, and 1 measly dollar for Danger Thunderbird. But the interesting thing we found out about this set, we had a lot, and I mean a lot, of like $1 cards. Like, oh, this card is $1. This card is
like a little less.
$1. Yeah, a little bit of less. Sometimes a little bit more, like $1.10, 20, 30, 50 cents. But after kind of like funneling through each one and not wanting to bore y'all with like, oh, $1, $1, $1, $1. We just kind of rounded out and guesstimated. With Ghost in the Past, we more or less broke even. Spent $45, got about exactly $45 in cards back in return. So, I guess Ghost in the Past in that bad set everyone was talking about. It's still kind of overbloated. But, so, today spent $45, made $45 back. That means I'm still $14 in the hole. Yay. I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing, Paul? And actually, this weekend for us, Ancient Guardians comes out. I'm really looking forward to that. I actually ordered me some boxes from TCG Player because I'm looking forward to that Doremi archetype, the Pendulum Girls.
Yeah, I really love those.
You know how I feel about those. Hopefully, we'll try to get out another Larry in the Hole around the time those come out. We'll have to see because there's no guarantee that any of our local stores are going to get any, especially by the time that I get around to going to any of them because I work this weekend. But as always, if you like what you see here and what we do here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified first when we drop that new Larry in the Hole. But at this point, I'm rambling. I've been Larry. This has been an episode of Larry in the Hole. As always, see y'all next time.